Windi Eklund. Okay, first of all, it has been so long since we've gotten together to do this, right?
I know, it's so good to see you. It's been a nice break for us. We haven't been together since AB1316. We did meet up that one time in Sacramento when they were trying to do the change the law at the CDE. I saw you and the kids there.
Yes, at that panel talk, and oh yeah. So we did cross, but really like nostalgia, just a little bit, not great nostalgia, but
No,
yeah,
exactly.
AB 1316 was the last time we really had to like hit the pavement, hit them hard, get advocating, get talking, get conversating, and like unfortunately. Well, here we are again. There
Yeah.
have been some little things here and there in the meantime, but again, this is that next big, huge charter killer. Okay. So for all the charter homeschool families, in case y'all didn't know, Windi, tell us what is really happening with AB84.
So AB84 is a new bill that was introduced. It's going to be in the Assembly Education Committee this week on Wednesday, and it has a lot of language in it that really will hurt our specific programs that serve the homeschool community. It basically bans any program where parents can help choose curriculum, classes, or services. It slashes funding for our non-classroom based programs, which is what our charter school homeschool programs are. It slashes that funding by 30%. It eliminates our partnership with any community vendors. So we can have no more enrichment classes from our local art studios, our PE vendors, our science labs, any of our field trips that we do with vendors, any of our co-op style programs. Everything that our students do will have to be taught by the credentialed teacher employed by the school. And then the other thing that I find interesting is that in that language that they wrote that, they're actually discriminating against our model school because they're still allowing our districts to use outside community vendors through their ELOP funding, but our charter school families who charter schools do not have access to ELOP funds. And so it's making it illegal for us, but still legal for our districts.
Okay, so take us through this really quick too, because I think this is really important for folks to understand. So who authored the bill and who actually authored the bill?
So the bill is put out under Al's name, who is the chair of the Education Committee, but it was actually written by Chelsea Kelly, who has worked for the Assembly Education Committee for some time. She used to write bills for Patrick O'Donnell, and she is behind this, and she has written it. And, she's not an elected official. She is a paid by us, by the taxpayers, employee of the Capitol. And she's supposed to be a consultant for the Assembly Education Committee. So anything she does should really be balanced and fair instead of a direct attack on one type of school.
Okay, so really quick, who really should care about this? Because I'm hearing a lot of like, oh, well, I private homeschool, so it doesn't really affect me. Oh, well, I this and that. I don't use all those vendors, so it may not affect me. But why should everybody in the homeschool world care about this?
Well, I feel like we should all care because we need to protect all homeschool paths in California. So I'm the vice president of the California Homeschool Network. And anytime we hold a 101 on how you homeschool, we talk about the multiple paths that you can choose, whichever one makes you comfortable for being able to homeschool your children. And so, of course, our charter school programs are a stepping stone for our families who are not as confident to come out of the district system and just private homeschool. They need this. And then they eventually do actually end up, a lot of them, private homeschooling. So it's a stepping stone. It also makes it possible for families to homeschool who couldn't otherwise afford it because they have access to work with the school and their credentialed teacher to pull together the classes and the curriculum and the things that their child needs. So if we want to protect the children and people's rights to homeschool, even if it's with a public charter school, we need to come out and we need to oppose this bill. And then also, if they come for us in the charters, are they not going to come for us as private homeschoolers? Remember back, was it in 2018? Somewhere around there, we had AB 2756, which was the same assembly office, the education committee, bringing forth that bill that said, hey, just because you homeschool, we're going to send the fire marshals into your home. And more than 3,500 of us showed up to fight that bill. And you know what? They didn't even have the nerve to call it for a vote because so many of us showed up. And I will tell you that when they had a bill that was strictly going after homeschoolers, the charter school families showed up. We showed up to protect homeschooling. And I can tell you that I do not see many private homeschoolers showing up to protect our charter school option.
Okay, so, and I mean, really, like a lot of legislation, really across the board. Sometimes it starts here, but that's just the very beginning, and it's going to chip away and chip away and chip away and chip away. In fact, it's only a matter of time before that hand touches the rest.
And they know right where we are, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Don't feel discouraged. We actually killed AB 1316 with our phone calls and us showing up. We didn't have 3,500, but we still killed that bill.
The really important thing that I think we really need to stress for folks is it does matter.
Yes,
you can do something. It has been seen before. Again, a lot of y'all that are here today and watching this today were here with us on 1316. And you even saw yourself that it matters when we show up. This is the next big killer, and we have got to show up. So Windi, please talk to us. What are our next steps? What's going down on Wednesday? Because I know you and I want the folks to come join us. Yes. So let's tell them how they can.
So we're going to be at the state capitol, and I am coming from Southern California. I know it seems like I'm always in Sacramento, and it does feel like that. I do always drive up anytime that there's something that I feel like we need to fight, but it's worth it. It's so worth it. I've taken the kids. We've done tours around town. We've done the Capitol tour. But show up, and I suggest that show up at 11 o'clock to get through security and find the building that we need to be in and the room that we need to be in. Get in line or find a seat. And be ready to speak out. They're not going to let us talk a lot. All we'll be able to say is, hi, I'm so-and-so from here, and I oppose AB84. So typically when there's a lot of people, they give you about 30 seconds. So show up.
Quick, to the point. Don't be nervous. You don't have to say a ton. Who you are, where you're from, you oppose, done deal. Okay? Super, super easy. So Windi, one of the coolest things I've always thought about you is not only like, I know you're going to say, no, I'm not, but trust me, to me, you feel like this big homeschool celebrity across California. Like if you homeschool, you know Windi Eklund. So just a reminder, Windi Eklund is like owner, founder, person, power behind Legislation Take Action, behind Homeschool Concierge. So she's like got you covered on both ends with the legislation, the policy, what's going on, and then also just in your everyday, your day-to-day in your homeschool life and sort of assisting and facilitating your success there. So one of the coolest things I always thought about you was how accessible you are for people. You're, like you mentioned, you're coming from Southern California all the way up to Sacramento. And I'll just add, I am in the Sacramento area, so y'all up here in Sacramento with me, you have no excuse. I expect to see every single one of you there on Wednesday. If Windi can drive up here from Southern California, y'all can hop on and get to the Capitol in a jiffy. Exactly. If you have any trouble, if you have any questions, if you're nervous, if you're lost the day of, Windi is always super open, super available. Like I said, like I can't think of a better word other than accessible. She literally gives out her direct phone number to help y'all. So phone number is right, it's right here. So I will say it too for y'all, and we'll put it in the post. 714-310-2213. Please reach out. Okay, Windi, any last words, last things? Let's like rally the troops here.
Yeah. I mean, I think that if you've talked to your legislator's office, you're hearing a lot about how, oh, this bill is supposed to help us with fraud. But let's remember that they're claiming this fraud issue with the A3 scandal. And the A3 group was caught and prosecuted under current existing laws. They didn't need new laws to do that. And that's the same thing that they said about AB 1316. So that's basically, it's not about preventing fraud. It's about eliminating educational models that give parents flexibility and control of their children's education. So don't fall for their lies. And if they don't hear from us, they think, oh, no one's opposed. I can just vote yes on this. So we have to tell them that we're opposed to it. And really, all we need them to do is abstain. They don't even have to vote no. They just don't vote. And that does the same thing for us. So,
Mhm.
yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Windi. Thank you for all your time. I know you're so busy, especially getting ready to come up here.
Wednesday. Yay!
Yeah, me too. I got a big hug ready for you.
I know. I can't wait.
All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening, and we will talk soon.